A pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you may be listening from. A warm welcome to Liberia Online News Update with me, your presenter, James Karbah. Today is Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. Stories topping the headlines. Rule of Law Caucus Chairman announces commitment for dialogue, reaffirms support for Speaker Kofi. Court orders reinstatement of Legis Deputy Director demands payment of withheld benefits. LWSC Managing Director outlines challenges, says 70-year-old transmission lines hampering water supply. President Barker calls on Liberian diaspora to play active role in nation building. ERU officers allegedly commit suicide. Those were the headlines. Now the news in details. Rule of Law Caucus Chairman announces commitment for dialogue, reaffirms support for Speaker Kofi. The chairman of the Rule of Law Legislative Caucus, Representative Musa Hassan Berete of Electoral District Number 7, Nima County, has announced the caucus is open to a legislative dialogue to resolve the ongoing impasse. However, he reaffirmed the caucus' unwavering support for Councillor J. Fonanti Kofa as the legitimate Speaker of the House of Representatives. Addressing his first press conference at the Capitol building since his election as caucus chairman, Berete denounced several decisions made by the majority bloc, describing them as unconstitutional and violations of the House rule. Representative Berete outlined several grievances against the majority bloc, including the election of a new speaker, while a constitutional elected speaker remains in office, the suspension and withholding of salary of lawmakers aligned with the rule of law caucus in what he termed as a clear breach of House rule, the dissolution and reconstitutions of all legislative committees in violations of House procedure, and the refusal to release benefits due to members of the rule of law caucus, despite funds having been remitted to the House's account by the Ministry of Finance. Berete emphasized the caucus' dedication to upholding the rule of law, stating that the group would continue to pursue legal actions while working towards a legislative resolution. Court orders reinstatement of latest deputy director demands payment of withheld benefits. The Civil Law Code of Monrovia has ruled in favor of Wayman Smith, the dismissed Deputy Director General for Information Coordination at the Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services, ordering the government of Liberia to reinstate him and pay all his withheld entitlements. The court's ruling, headed down by George Ward Harris Smith on Friday, January 3rd, also declared Smith's dismissal by former President George Manneh Wiyat in 2023 as illegal and unconstitutional. The court ordered the current administration, led by President Joseph Newman Bwaka, to ensure the immediate payment of all back wages, allowances, and benefits owed to Smith since his removal from office. Judge Brett Harris held that the dismissal violates both the constitutions of Liberia and the act establishing leges which grants autonomy to the institution. LWSC Managing Director outlines challenges, says 70-year-old transmission lines hampering water supply. The Managing Director of the Liberia Water and Sewerage Corporation, Mohammed Ali, has raised concerns about the deteriorations states of the 70-year-old transmission lines supplying water to thousands of citizens in Monrovia and other parts of the country. Ali noted that the aged infrastructure in which immense pressure due to population growth and increased water demand, resulting in frequent repairs and severe leakages. Speaking on the OK FM Morning Rush on OK FM 99.5 in Monrovia on Monday, Ali stated that the outdated lines cannot withstand the force of daily use. The water transmission lines are very old, about 70 years old. The increased populations and pressure on supply lines are taking a toll on them. These challenges, significantly affect our operation at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, LWSC, he said. Ali highlighted other challenges, including overstaffing, which he said has crushed the corporation, which billed to over 3,000, that 350,000 monthly, while revenue generations from customers ranges between 150,000 and 175,000. Additionally, the LWSE spent more than 700,000 annually on energy for its white plane facility alone, and approximately 1 million for water purification. This financial burden has resulted in an annual deficit of 6 to 7 million, comparing the corporation to seek subsidies from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. President Barker calls on Liberian diaspora to play active role in nation building. President Joseph Jima Barker has bade farewell to Liberians living in the United States of America with a call to contribute to the development of their native land. A statement from the executive mansion says the event was hosted on January 3rd, 2025, at the close of the Liberian Diaspora Return 2024 in the parlor of the executive mansion in Monrovia. The colorful ceremony was marked by warm reflection on the enduring bond between Liberia and her citizens abroad. President Barker praised the diaspora community for their unwavering commitment to the nation and encouraged them to think boldly and act decisively in contributing to Liberia's progress. The time has come for us to think differently, to think boldly, and to actively engage in the rebuilding of our country. President Barker remarked, urgent, we need your expertise, your investment, your resources, your idea, President Barker said. President Barker highlighted several critical areas for diaspora engagement, among them investments and development. The president assured diaspora Liberians of a conducive environment, including strengthening security and infrastructure to encourage investments and drive sustainable economic growth. Reaffirming the government's commitment to the rule of law, President Barker promised protection for diaspora contributions and emphasized the importance of stability, safety, and peace on his administration. ERU officers allegedly commit suicide. Tragedy struck the Upper Carwell community in Samoka Town on Sunday, January 5, when an officer of the Emergency Response Unit of the Liberia National Police, identified as Mustafa Sharif, reportedly took his own life. According to community members, the incident occurred in the afternoon hours after the 4 p.m. prayer, sending shockwaves through the neighborhood. Sharif, described by some as a calm and composed individual, was found with a gunshot wound believed to be self-inflicted. Our witnesses recounted hearing a single gunshot before discovering the lifeless bullet of the officer. We heard a loud sound and ran outside to see what had happened. That's when we saw him lying dead. A resident who wished to remain unnoticed shared. The Liberian National Police has yet released an official statement regarding the incident. However, sources revealed that Sharif service issue firearm was recovered at the scene. The motive beyond the alleged result remained unclear. Some residents speculated that the officers might have been dealing with personal issues, while others called for a thorough investigation to rule out foul play. This is how we come to an end of today's edition of Liberia Online News Update. Do join us tomorrow for more update at the same time.